The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.
Baz Luhrmann, it is such an honor to meet you. I've been a huge fan of you for so long, and to get the chance to meet you is kind of cool.
Well, you look very young to me, right? So I mean,
Thank you.
I'm glad to be talking to you. I'm glad to be. I actually pre-produced Romeo and Juliet in Toronto.
Yes. Oh,
I lived in the Annex for a long time.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I know the town better than you can imagine.
I can quiz you later.
Go on.
I have to say, this movie was spectacular. It was so cool. The colors were amazing. I don't know if you know the photographer David LaChapelle.
I know him personally. Okay. I knew him when he was a young man.
And when I was watching this, I'm like, this looks like a live action, like David LaChapelle photo about to happen.
Yeah.
The bright colors.
Yeah, David's incredible with sort of height and color, and it's not chaos. But you've got to be able to orchestrate that color. But yeah, that's a reasonable comparison.
The party scene, I wanted to be at that. But I have to say, first off, thank you. Now I don't have to read the book because I don't do this reading thing.
Right.
So now to finally get the story and everything on the screen is so amazing, and I bet you people are just going to love this film.
Well, I would say, it's we all gave a lot to it, but one of the interesting things, which I think you might find fascinating, is that in the book that you haven't read, but that's cool. That's cool because in the book, Fitzgerald in the 20s, he puts jazz, which was an African-American street music, in the book. Like he puts songs in the book. People thought this was nuts, like jazz never going to last. I love jazz, love it, trad jazz, but it doesn't have quite the excitement that people would have had when they read it in 25. Yeah. So today, an African-American street music that I think has the same power is hip-hop. If Fitzgerald coined the phrase the jazz age, I think this is the hip-hop age. And so that translation and working with Jay-Z, Lana Del Rey, the clip comes out at the end of the week. Working with my good friend,
You made the soundtrack of movies back in popular. This soundtrack is incredible.
I mean, I collaborated with Jay, but I'm in the studio too. Like Anton Monson, we produce, and I work with Florence in London. The XX thing, all these pieces are new. They created all of the music for the film. There's some covers in there. There's some traditional jazz. What most people don't know is that there's this other thing coming called Brian Ferry.
Yeah.
Well, the Brian Ferry Traditional Jazz Orchestra did all the trad jazz through it, and then some of that's gorgeous. So.
I have to tell you this. I read today that because of this film, for summer weddings, the whole 20s fashion thing is coming back because of you. So what you've done here is you brought us in a really cool movie, you've made an incredibly popular soundtrack, and you're like apparently making wedding fashion popular.
Well, I like to help people get married. It's one of the things. It's one of my pet hobbies. I'll tell you something you don't know. This is a scoop. I don't even know I'm allowed to say this because I got this from inside information. Yeah. I believe that The Great Gatsby is going to be the #1 book in America in the next week or so. Oh. I could be wrong.
Oh, wow. Like again?
Again.
Because of you?
No. I just think people like the book.
Such an honor to meet you. Thank you very much. Congratulations on an amazing film.
Thanks, man. It's beautiful talk.
The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.